Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie, this is my husband Jeremy.
Hello again.
We are currently travelling around the world, so we've just spent some time in Vietnam, Cambodia and Thailand. We are currently in Australia, we are then going to Sri Lanka and India, and then we're not sure where. So we are travelling a lot, and as you know, I'm a YouTuber, I have a YouTube channel. I upload around 5 videos a week when I have time to edit and upload. I've been a little bit slack recently because I've been busy. But I'm trying to do 5 videos a week, so I work a lot on my computer, editing videos and all that good stuff. Jeremy works online. We're going to do a video maybe talking about what we do for work and how we earn money and things like that in his job. But he also works online a lot on his computer a lot. And as we're travelling, we obviously spend time in hotels and things like that. Apartments, Airbnbs, wherever we are. We're in an Airbnb at the moment. And obviously a lot of our work is on the computers, so we decided to treat ourselves to a new work setup. Now this was Jeremy's idea. You're definitely more like the tech person. You know about all these sort of things and like the best hacks and tricks and things. So why did you want, should we talk about what we got or why first?
Why? Well, I was just tired of being like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like when we were living somewhere, we had like, you know, a little desk and chair that was bringing the laptop in a better position. Not optimal, I was still looking down.
Yeah.
But it was better. But when you work in a cafe or in random hotel rooms, you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes you have to work on a bed because you don't have any choice, and this is not optimal. And when you just watch a movie once in a while, it's fine. But when you spend 4 hours a day or plus every single day, how do you say, hunched over like that, I can feel at some point like tension on my shoulders and neck area and stuff like that. So I wanted to just have something that bring the screen higher, more like in front of my eyes, so I don't have to keep looking down every time. And so yeah, that was the why really for me. And you also, I mean, your reason was a bit different. It was more like bed.
Yeah, so before we carry on, I should have probably done this before, but we got ourselves some laptop stands, and then Jeremy also got a keyboard and trackpad, so I'll talk to you about that in a second. But yeah, so when we're at hotels, things like that, like Jeremy said, I often work on the bed because if there is...
You always work on a bed.
Yeah, but because if there's a desk, there's one desk with one chair, mostly, and you don't work on the bed.
No.
Whereas I find it comfortable and I'm happy to lay on a bed or sit on a bed and work. But my laptop gets really, really hot. So if I either have it on the bed, it overheats because it's just on blanket. So if we're ever trying to find like a book to be able to put the laptop on to try and keep it on a hard surface.
Because the vents is here.
Yeah.
So it gets obstructed. That.
And it overheats. So my laptop always overheats. Then when I'm editing, I have to like close my laptop, keep it closed for 10 minutes while it like cools down and chills out, and like, because it sounds like a helicopter. It's like so I have to close it and turn it off for a little while, and then I can go back to it, so it kind of slows down my workflow. And if I have it on my legs, oftentimes, because my laptop gets so hot as well, I'll have a big red mark on my thighs where my laptop has been, and it can last for a couple of hours. Like, it's a pretty good, not a burn, but it's almost a burn, because, you know, we're spending hours editing and it's on my lap the whole time. And I was looking into it, and it's really not good for you to do that. And I also think you always hear people talking about like you shouldn't have your phone in your pocket and your laptop because of obviously the things it emits.
Reproductive system.
Yeah, reproductive system. Anyway, so we decided, well, Jeremy wanted to get one, and I thought, do you know what, I could probably do with that as well.
Yeah, so I had a look on what was it. There are a few things to look like. I wanted something light and foldable because when we travel, I wanted to be able to just put in my backpack and not, you know, being carrying something big.
Yeah.
So I needed something that I could fold into something easy to carry. There's plenty of choice, honestly. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of options. I went for one that I thought was okay for the price and everything. So I went for this little thing that comes with a bag, and basically I got Rosie a very, 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 very similar one. Different brand, but they're probably built at the same place.
Mine's more curved at the bottom.
And a little bit higher, but
and a little bit bigger.
If you look at it, it's fairly similar, right? So it's probably coming from the same factory, just as a brand name.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of foldable laptop stand that folds in something fairly small, as you can see. And then you just pop it up. And so my main thing is that I wanted to bring my laptop high enough so it was pretty much in front of my eyes, which this one I see is not ideal. It's not as high as I would want it to be honest. But the one that actually lifted up, like this one basically stays on the ground, and this move the laptop up, right? So you have your laptop like that on it. So obviously you're limited by that's how you can go. And there are some stand that actually like lift up like a tripod, like the base is also lifted up.
Like a zigzag sort of thing, so it all lifts up.
And they're good, but they're not as foldable and as small once packed.
Yeah.
And because we have a limited amount of space, that was one of my concerns. So that's why I went for that. But it's quite good because it's got 7 different height like setup that you can use. So you just move the little stick here and you can have different height. And Rosie's gonna put some B-roll on top so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, so it's practical because if you just want to watch something on a bed, you can put the minimum setup, so it's not on a bed sheet or whatever.
Yeah,
and if you actually want your laptop to be quite high, you put it at the last set, and your laptop is fairly high, and it's like the camera is at my eye level, so I still need to look down for my screen. But also it's good for Zoom call. Like you don't have the chin view when you have a Zoom call, for example. Like it's more like in your eyes. So, and I do a lot of Zoom call, to be honest. So that's something that's quite good as well.
The other thing you can do with this, I guess, is if we're anywhere, you know, oftentimes cafes have books on the side that you can read.
Yeah.
You could always grab a couple of books and put them underneath so that your laptop is just higher in general, but at least you've not got to carry something big around with you.
No, and so that is pretty practical. And both of them were like $12 or $13, which I think is fairly good price. If you have some in plastic, I took like a sort of aluminium stuff. It says like aluminium alloy, which I'm hoping will last longer, basically, which is that's why I didn't take the plastic. It's a bit more noisy.
Yeah, it's a little bit clanky, and these things don't stay shut, so it's a little
Mine
bit noisy,
does,
but
compared to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it comes with like a little
it's in there now.
sock stuff.
Socket.
So yeah, that's the reason I went for this aluminium one. So I thought it's gonna last longer because we pack every week and stuff like that. It's gonna be moving around a lot. So when you open and close, plastic has more chance to break, which is why I went for this one. So we'll see. I might have to do a 6-month review to see if it's still alive in 6 months. It'd be interesting to see, but I think for, like I said, like $12 or $13, it's not a huge risk, and it's actually a really good little tool, to be honest.
Yeah, we only got them a couple of days ago, so even already when I was like watching something in bed last night, I had it on there just to kind of, like I said, not burn my legs and also not have my laptop overheat. We've done some work on the table behind us. Again, we pop it on there just to have the screen just a little bit higher. I'm going to put B-roll over this video so you can see what I mean.
And also because most of the time the fan is either here or here. Like when we extract or like do video editing, it's obviously taking a lot of resources from the laptop, and the fan starts. And when we have the laptop on the bed, then it's blocking the fan. So usually we end up putting the laptop like down the bed. Yeah. So it can actually vent, which is stupid, but at least you have that. You lift it up of this much, and it's enough for the flow of air to go through. So it's just even little things like that. It's not always just to be at a desk, but it's good for the life of the laptop, I think.
And then because I don't particularly need my laptop to be high, mine is more just so it doesn't burn my legs or the bed. I can still edit on my laptop using the kind of low setting, and my hands aren't like at a weird angle. So that, because obviously I'll put B-roll on, but if the laptop's high, your hands are going to be back like this and cause trouble. So I don't need anything else, but Jeremy got a keypad and a keyboard.
A trackpad.
Trackpad.
Yeah, so I went for the Apple things. So I got the Magic keyboard with Touch ID, which is the new one that they've done. So it's just the keyboard without the number keypad.
Oh yeah.
There's a small one, and it's got Touch ID here. So I don't need to reach my laptop to unlock my password and stuff like that. It's handy. It's wireless.
Was it easy to use and connect and stuff?
It literally works. Like you open up, you connect, and it works.
How do you charge it?
with a cable here.
Ah.
But it came with like 85% of battery, and I've barely used any so far. It's always on, and I always forget to turn it off. It's got like a really good battery life.
Okay.
That costs about $120, so it's not the cheapest keyboard that you can find. But there are not that many keyboards for Mac.
Okay.
Like most keyboards that you can buy from like Logitech and stuff like that, they're Windows, so you have like the start key or whatever. I haven't used a computer for such long, but you know, yeah, like it's a little bit different, like the command, the option, and stuff like that. And it's just, you know, when you're used to a keyboard, having a different display, even if it's going to do something else, it's going to be too confusing. So, and also just honestly, Touch ID, I use it so often for password and stuff like that, that I think I'm happy to pay a little bit extra, and also it looks freaking cool.
You did say as well that you've noticed how much you use the touch bar because you don't have it here for like spellings or for emojis or something.
Yeah, I do use it more than I thought I did. And I mean, they got rid of it now. You can't buy it anymore. Like all the MacBook Pro don't have the touch bar anymore, but I do have it on mine. And I do like it for like emoji or for, like spelling corrections like that. I feel like I'm reaching out to it quite a lot just for that. I need to build a new habit. But yeah, I do like this like trackpad. I've used it before at work. When I was working in France, I had this same setup, and I really liked it. So I know it would be a good investment. And then I don't like to use mouse. I like to use the trackpad on my Mac. So I got the Magic trackpad by Apple as well. I don't even think there is any other options. Honestly, I don't think you can buy a third-party one. But I don't know. I mean, I think if you have used a MacBook before, the trackpad, I use the 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers every time, all the gestures. So having the cleverness or something like that is vital for me. That was about $80, $80 or $90. So same, it's not cheap, but it should last for a long time, to be honest. And yeah, there's not many options anyway, to be honest. So if you want it, you have to get that.
But it's also something that we use every day. Like I said, we're either like these things, we're either watching TV or we're working or we're out exploring. So if we're not out exploring, we're using this.
Yeah.
And then equally, like if you're writing emails, if you are editing videos, if you're writing documents, if you're like whatever you do, messaging people, use your laptop as well for messages.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, I mean,
so like
I write so many emails and messages and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
I'm impressed in 4 or 5 days that we've been here, how much I've used it already.
Yeah.
I just find it very, very practical. So much more practical.
The only thing I worry about with that is when you get like, you know, sand or dirt, or if you put that in your bag, will it not ruin the keyboards if they're all squashed in? Do you have no protection for it?
We'll see. No.
I
mean, my backpack is not, I don't have sand in it. I'm careful with it, my backpack.
That was a little dig.
No, but the small backpack is
yeah.
with all my tech, so I don't take it to the beach. So I mean,
but like that, you could do with something like this. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see. To be honest, if I ever feel the need to do something, I can just get like a big, casing or whatever on Amazon, something like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but that's exciting for us because it's just something a little bit new, and not like. The other thing as well is we're not buying much when we're travelling, are we? The only thing we bought is stickers, I think.
Yeah.
So it's nice to buy something new and be like, oh, this is fun and new, but also it's like super practical and something what
we're going to be using it for hours and hours. So yeah.
It just makes our life easier and more comfortable when we're like working and travelling. So and
physically more comfortable also.
Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave the links to our stands and the stuff that Jeremie got. Yeah. I'll leave it all linked down below, Amazon links to make it easy for you.
And we'll let you know in 6 months if everything is still working.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see, to be honest.
Yeah, well, and also if we still use it, or if it was just like a gimmick that we use for a week and then we're like, okay, actually it's not that, like I just forget to take it out all the time or whatever. Because that's the thing, we have to remember now when we go to the cafe to work to take these with us, because otherwise there's no point of having them. So... yeah, thank you for watching. Hope this was somewhat useful. Let us know in the comment section down below if you have any questions or any other suggestions for digital nomads who are travelling and working. Let us know any other hacks that you might have.
I've got to say that I got the idea after watching Ali Abdal video, to be honest.
Yeah, you wanted to buy the one that he had, but then couldn't for some reason.
He was only in the US, but he did a video about his digital nomad setup, talking about many things, not just that. the one part was like the desk setup, let's call
Yeah.
it. And he talked about that, and I was like, that's actually a good idea because we use it a lot. And I had it in France before at the office,
Yeah.
and I did like it. So it's just something that I didn't think about, but yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.